because I didn't know what time it is, so I just pre-ordered that order so that it should start the order around like a 10:30 or something, and then around 11 something it should do something.
Did you have them ring the doorbell?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it would tell me on the phone that it just told me like, oh, we started preparing your order. I'm like, oh, okay, so he's doing his job that I pre-ordered.
All right. So let's see where we were previously. We are injured, so we need to take the month off regardless. And it is late pollen. We already gave Tammy her gift. So we just need to sit at the garrison and sit with Dice. Because we're at 91. We're almost at full with him. And then Tammy is 78 and 68. So yeah. Dice and Tammy.
How many gift collectibles do we have?
Let's see. Collectibles. Okay, we got a couple of strange devices. Did we give him one?
I mean, did you say we wanted to help Mars a little, but we might as well give a present to Mars.
Yeah, we'll give her a present too. Let's see, because we got 3 of these, so we can go for a while. Characteristic delight, so that should jump us up to 93. Yeah, we'll 100% Dice by the end of this game. And then Mars. So I guess we're really at war now, because I just tried to use my kudos to print a new hairband, and they told me I can't because I have enough hairbands already, and they have to save the nano printer for things more important. Mars crosses her arms and stomps her foot. Hello, have you seen my hair? Accessories are important, okay? Well, then again, she got a lot of hair, so she probably goes through a lot. Like, she stretches them out.
Man, when black people got some massive amount of hair, one hairband is not enough.
Never enough.
Because after, like, 2 or 3 years, it's already deteriorated, so he needs a shitload of hairbands.
Girl, you realize I have, like, an emergency thing of hairbands in my backpack, right?
Yes.
Alright. So, I'll give you a crystal cluster. You see your face. Oh, she wants to talk. You find Mars frowning over a textbook in her hollow. She flips through the pages with growing disgust until finally she gestures angrily to dismiss the screen, then drags her hand down her face. Ugh, she exclaims. People totally suck. You slide into the seat next to Mars, and she sighs. I told my dad about my plan to get the adults to adopt kudos as a way to encourage the arts, and they got really weird about it. Like, they think it's a good idea, but then they told me I should read up on Earth's history. So I did. And you know what I found? People suck. The whole reason we left Earth was because trading money for stuff was a bad idea. It made few people rich and everybody else poor. And it destroyed the culture, and the people fought and killed each other for it. By the time our parents left Earth, almost everyone worked super hard and was super poor. Like 100 people barely worked at all and owned private spacecraft. That's so dumb.
I mean, they got a point.
This colony is the closest humans have come to income equality in thousands of years, but we don't have any passion. Earth's history is full of people with passion who end up turning into supervillains while everyone else starves. Mars says, crossing her arms. Is that all we're capable of? Really? She looks at you intently and puts her hand over her heart. I'm a passionate person, Solana, she says. Is being a despot all I'm capable of? There's nothing wrong with passion, or you're going to have to work at that.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with passion, but wait, is she talking about like specifically her being a passionate person, or her arguing with the kudos currency thing?
I think
if it's
both.
Yeah, but if it's about the kudos currency, then yes, you're gonna have to work at it, because I can understand why.
Yeah, because she's trying to make everything monetary.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I understand, but at the same time, like, then you're basically going back to the ways of Earth currency, and not realizing. In doing it, so there's nothing wrong with passion,
or you're going to have to work at it. Which one should we click? Evelyn, are you okay?
No, I'm rereading the thing.
So I'm thinking if we say that you're going to have to work at, it's probably saying that you'll have to work at making things equal for everyone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And saying there's nothing wrong with passion is agreeing with her that she is passionate, but it is a flawed system. Because honestly, I don't know.
What's a despot mean again?
Look it up. DESPOT.
A place for the storage of large quantity of equipment.
Did you put depot?
Oh, I put. Oh,
you
shit.
You put depot. How did you miss a decimal and put depot? You missed a letter.
I have a ruler or other person who holds absolute power. Typically, the one who exercises it in a cruel or oppressive way.
Well, she does have the most kudos. So she is technically a despot.
So you're gonna have to wear it.
Yeah, okay. She nods with conviction. You're right, Solana. I'm glad I can always count on you to remind me to be better.
Okay, so it's a good thing. So I was like, I feel like both of the answers are correct, but I feel like one is the better answer. It's correct to be passionate. I mean, like, there's no problem with her love of the arts and stuff like that, bringing that stuff out, but, like, you making it as currency is, you're trying to get away from that.
There has to be a middle ground between austerity and equality. Mars continues, I don't want to have everything while everyone else has nothing. So she is trying to be altruistic. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, obviously I want to colonize the stupid rock. Mars continues, I want massive cities and glass skyscrapers and flying cars. I want to not have to fight off aliens every
Mars,
year.
darling, you ain't gonna be alive for that.
I want to pave all these scrungy pollen trees and kill the stupid bugs. I want air conditioning. I just want everyone to have everything. Even the stuff that adults think doesn't matter. We can't live like animals just because of the boogeyman of our past. One day I'm going to be running this place, Mars says. Just you wait, Solana. I'm not going to let us fall into the same patterns we did on Earth. We have to take care of each other and master this planet. But we also can't forget what makes life worth living. Luxury. What do you think, Solana? Mars asks. Do you think I'm on the right track? Yes, totally. You're on the right track, but
how do we voice past mistake? That's what I was about to say. I'm like, okay, props to you. Who wouldn't like all those things where everybody has equality of having those same items? Everybody gets a flying car. Everybody gets a shiny ass house. Everybody gets windows. Everybody gets air conditioning. Okay, how the fuck do you avoid that problem?
Yeah, how do you avoid that? Well, I mean, Mars starts, then furrows her brow in thought. I mean, I guess I thought because we're already starting out equal, people would just be better.
People, you think so? Why the invention of lump came in? This clearly people would not be bad. If that was so, then lump would not exist.
She frowns. You're right.
Or vase.
It seems like wishful thinking, doesn't it? Well, at least I have you to bring me back to Earth. I mean, Vertruma. She smiles and clasps your shoulder. Thank you, Solana. You always think of things I don't. I really appreciate that about you.
Versace Queen is brains.
Did we give a barber fruit?
Barber fruit? No, I don't think
so. Okay. Okay, hold on. He is still mad. Cal is digging at the garden with even more passion than usual. Stupid soldier assholes, he mutters, throwing weeds into a growing pile. They think they're so important. Well, you know, it's harder to grow stuff than it is to kill it. Not that they would know. He sighs and lets himself fall back into the dirt. There's only a war on nature because we keep pissing it off, he says, gesturing to the pile of green weeds. We're an invasive species. Literally. We are just going to have to figure out our niche in the ecosystem, man. We can tell him a fun nature fact because we actually have good biology.
Yeah.
Will this help? Wait. What are you doing here? Oh, we can keep this in between rounds. You tell him about the time Tang brought a skunk bug for show and tell in biology, and it got scared and made the worst, smelliest, grossest stink you've ever smelled, and everyone thought Tang had farted. Then Professor Howe had to clear the whole room, and it took weeks to get the smell out of the beanbags, and it was so gross, but also kind of neat, of how such a tiny bug would make a whole room of kids run away. Ooh, Tang must have had a really bad day. Cal laughs. I remember that, Solana, except...
Oh, look at the precious barber fruit man.
Except the way I heard it, it wasn't Tang. It was you. Okay, at least we got a better smile.
Give him his barber fruit. Give the poor man
Rex told me he wanted my help burying his bone in the garden. But when we got there, he said he must have forgot it back in his room. Can you believe it? Really? Really?
Well, he is a doggo.
I mean, yes, he's a doggo, but that was a double entendre. He wants to bury his bone in someone's garden.
You had to say something. I was thinking a pure doggo wanted to bury his bone.
Everything Rex says is a double entendre.
See, I was thinking of positive.
You're too innocent. We know this is a man whore with dog ears. You know this. I know this. He dresses like a whore. And we thought it would be Mars that would do that.
I mean, I think she's too sassy to be that far.
But she's also shameless. Alright, giving a barber fruit. +2 friendship with him. And now we'll go to the garrison and cool off. But now I'm curious, hold on. If we give Tang a mechanical thing,
I don't think she's interested in that. Because remember, all the times that we ever interact with her and within the game, it's always related to science and biology.
But this technically is a science thing. It's a strange device.
No, but I'm talking about life sciences and biology. Well, we always see her talk about that stuff.
She's, and I'm pretty sure like she'd probably be in engineering, not engineering, but robotics.
Robotics?
We're too stupid for robotics right now.
Yeah.
But I'm curious.
No, but remember from the Shimmer problem, she was always been with instances related to medical biology stuff.
I just want to see what would happen if we give her the device.
Okay.
Okay.
It's neutral. Okay.
Because I'm curious to see, like, what does she like?
I mean, remember, they're twins, so they might have something in common.
Yeah, we have to have combat 30 or greater. We only have 28. Alright, we're sitting there and taking time off. Camping outside is a gym card, and we have enough. We got so many gym cards that give boosts to certain cards, so we got to keep them.
Mm-hmm.
It's early dust. Let's see. How is everyone? Because technically, we can start giving out gifts again. I don't like to think about the war, Tammy says, tucking a lock of hair behind her pointed ear. I'm not a soldier, you know, but everyone has to do what they can to pitch in. And what can I do to make sure the colony is running smoothly so they have a colony to protect? Yep, I know. Did you just...
You heard nothing.
You see Tammy stumbling down a path from the depot, struggling to carry a large wooden box. The box looks to be stuffed with rolls of paper and other craft detritus. We're going to help her. You jog over and take one side of the box. Oh, hi, Tammy chirps. Thank you. It's not heavy, just awkward, and together you carry it easily into the creche. Tammy sets the box down inside the lounge and smooths out her skirts. Goodness, she exclaims. There's more and more in this box every year. She reaches into the box and pulls out a floppy-headed puppet. Oh, kindness. They were always my favorite, Tammy says, stroking his long pink hair. Do you remember putting on Gratitude Day skits when we were kids? It's hard to forget. Once a year on the Stratospheric, all of the adults would cook a big meal and talk about how grateful they were for things like the oxygen recycler working and babies being born, and then the kids would put on a puppet show about the beginnings of the Vitruma project. All the puppets had allegorical names like kindness or courage or curiosity. You remember some years you could get a little creative with the details. You've heard adults talk about how there used to be a similar feast day back on Earth, but whenever you've asked about it, all they say is that the way they do it now is way better for some reason.
Huh? Is that what Thanksgiving? I was like, huh?
You nod, and Tammy smiles fondly as she pulls out more puppets. Oh, here's hope and resilience too. Oh, that's ironic. Resilience needs a little bit of love before she's ready for the stage. Tammy runs her fingers over Resilience's loose button eyes. I think Anemone was the very best Resilience, she says thoughtfully. Do you remember when she and Mars both wanted to play Resilience, so they drew straws and Anemone had to play Ingenuity? The style just shows a lack of imagination. And she was great at breaking stuff. Oh, yeah. I'll be nice. Oh my gosh. I thought Tangent was going to light Anemone on fire with her mind, Tammy exclaims, pressing her hands to her cheeks. She always wanted to be Ingenuity. Do you remember Dice's song about Earth? And when the puppet stage collapsed? What was your favorite part?
Just click all of them. This looks like those things that you can keep going back and forth to talk about nostalgia.
So all right.
The first one.
Dice's song about Earth. He never sang the same lyrics twice, Tammy says, then sighs. I was so sad when he stopped wanting to take part. I wonder what happened. And the puppet stage collapsed? Tammy gasped. And we all had to stand there and act it out like it was a play? Oh no, that was the worst. What was your favorite part? Tammy's cheeks darken. I liked working on the set and the puppets with Cal, she says, touching her fingertips to her lips. I was always too worried I would mess up my lines.
Those were friend times.
Tammy's confidence. Tammy folds her hands over her heart and sighs. I'm so happy we still have all these old dolls. Some of the littlest kids don't even know we used to do this. I can't wait to teach them. All right, where's your boyfriend?
I don't even think we're dating with guys. He's just being currently stolen by Sam.
Sim?
Yeah, I almost called him
First, we go to you and give you your thing. Because we still have one. Yes, we know.
Go to the store thing again.
We only have 84 kudos, so. So if we go, we can get one of the $50 ones.
Okay, just go out then. Barber fruit.
He says, give me a sec, I'm checking the oxygen levels in the beds. Too much and you get too much aerobic bacteria. He huffs a little, laughed. I sound like Tang, right? There's a lot of science in this geoponic stuff. It sure is the future. Alright, here's your baby fruit.
You know, I feel like I want to dare something.
What?
Give a flower to Tangent and see what happens. Will she get pissed off or because Tangent is she's extremely logical.
Okay.
So maybe the opposite works. You never know.
All right, let's see. Because we can always go and get more.
You're lying.
It took us.
Are you kidding us?
7 years.
So Tangent is that opposite person, even though she's extremely logical. She still likes girly shit.
I suppose this might be of scientific interest, Tang says, analyzing the flower. She pulls the petal off and looks at it. Yes, I have to take a look at this under a microscope.
Never mind, I take it back. It's not girly.
Okay.
She's still looking at it in biology.
I hope you find it useful or you're more beautiful than any flower. Should we double dip in the family? No. I hope you find it useful.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no.
She turns to walk away and then remembers herself. Thank you, she adds, almost as an afterthought.
Well, now we know Tangent likes flowers.
Yeah.
I was thinking she likes girly stuff, but
it took us 7 years to figure that one out.
Oh my God! So sometimes we just have to give her every present to see which one is likable.
All right, where's our kid? You? Here's your device.
I guess we're gonna have to go back to the ridges because we need more materials.
Okay. At this point, we are at 96.
But he's not giving a highlight for anything that we're in the
No, but if we go back to the Western Ridges, think about this. We might find him again. And that might give us another boost. And then we get either a +1 or a +2 from going outside with him. Mm-hmm. So we might make it to 100.
Okay, try that.
All right.
So go over the thingy. No, I'm talking about the location.
Okay, the plains is where we get crystals and we get
all events respawn. That means all the stuff that's on the floor came back.
5 remaining events in the valley and 6 remaining events, 4 collectibles and a boss event. Ooh. So we haven't finished everything here.
Oh, okay, let's go back.
All right. So let's see what we got to do. Because we have a long ways to go. And we actually have to talk over this anyway, which is why I'm readjusting my headset so I can hear the music, because this is what's going to
isn't there like a sound off button on the settings?
If I want to...
Oh, there you go. See, not playing. You just mute it.
But then it will turn off all of it. So if I turn it completely off, we won't hear any music. This is just the only thing, but... it only plays through once, so we just gotta keep talking for the next 3 to 4 minutes, because I don't put it on loop. So usually it just goes through once and then it's off for the rest of the day. There's an odd, strange heat haze shimmer across the path ahead. Oddly, it doesn't clear up as you get closer. The mirage effect is very strong. The refracted air makes it look like there's a pool of water on the ground and plants waving around it. But something is just off about the illusion, and you can't put your finger on it. Either way, we're going to investigate, and they gave us a very good hand today. So
we seriously need to go to the spot and throw cards away?
Huh?
We seriously need to go to the spot and throw cards away?
Well, here's the thing. It's a perception challenge, which is red, and they gave us straight reds.
Yeah, but it's with terrible number values.
Yes, but as long as we can at least get 20 each time, we're fine. So, this. And this embarrassing lesson, this gets to stay with us. And then this becomes a +6 as long as we have a blue. So now we are down to just 22.
There's one that says -1 to challenges.
Huh?
There's one that says -1 to challenges.
Yes, that is a -1 to challenges, but I'm also trying to make sure, because we can put these likes and then put that. So we can do this, 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 and then this. And then we just super gold it. So the fact that we had pretty much nothing but reds in the beginning gave us a good bonus. The faster you move, the faster the mirage disperses. You approach cautiously. As you do, you realize that what is wrong about the mirage is impossible. The plants on the other side of the haze are different. Not just wibbly wobbly from the layers of air, but bigger, older. And it's a different time of day, evening. It's evening, not morning. Then you see them. It's you. Through the heat haze, you see yourself in the distance walking towards you. You move to the edge of the mirage and peek around it, but they aren't there. You can only see them through the heat haze, like it's some kind of doorway or mirror.
Jump through it?
Huh?
Jump through it?
You take a spinning leap and jump through the heat haze. You're surprised to find yourself on the other side, with everything looking very normal. You turn around and the heat haze is gone.
Cringe.
You're pretty sure you're still where you started. It's still morning. Weird. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, you're seeing shit, man.
Huh?
You're seeing shit.
Yeah.
You're seeing shit, yeah.
I know. Okay, so we did most of the stuff around here, so we should still be good and can
keep crossing.
Yeah. Because
we haven't explored the whole area yet.
Oh, we explored all of this already.
We did?
Yeah, we did in the last one, so we don't have any question marks on this, and we should run into a certain somebody soon. The sun goes behind a cloud and you feel a light splattering of rain. Realize not a single cloud. Get the fuck out of there. You won't uncover your hands thrown over your head. You don't even care what's up there. You just know that's not rain. And look, he wants to talk to us. Oh, the friendliest friend. Achievement unlocked. You're enjoying a relatively uneventful second sun of taking readings. for one Utopia's geological surveys when your world shifts on an unnatural axis as Sim comes crashing seemingly out of the air, grappling with a skyfish almost as big as he is, and we got 18 stress from that. Look out, he calls to you through, though it's far too late for that. The ground rushes up to meet you. It's all you can do to close your eyes and protect your head. To make matters worse, in the ensuing tussle, they completely crush the delicate scanning equipment you just finished setting up. Utopia is going to be upset. Ouch, what the heck was that, or oh no? Why I say no like an Australian?
Well, no. Your guess is as good as mine.
I need to stop watching Australian YouTubers. But yeah, which one should we click?
Oh no. Just because you did Australia.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You survey the wreckage helplessly while Sim holds the skyfish at bay. The skyfish flops around pitifully, then springs back into the sky and flies away. Trilling in distress, it didn't even look dangerous, really.
Sim being Sim.
Solana, Sim croaks, and you turn your attention to him. Blood is flowing from a wound on his chest where one of the skyfishes spot.
I know I said don't steal dice, but I didn't want you to die. You're a potato. A weird potato.
It's otherwise perfect skin. It's the kind of thing that will definitely leave a scar if worse. Holding the wound closed, Sim smiles sheepishly. I guess my future sight isn't always 2020.
Oh shit, are you going to be okay? Of course.
Yeah. He waves dismissively with the hand that's not holding his ding-ding.
Bitch, you're bleeding out of your orifices.
He smiles and then says, did I say it right? It's from one of your Earth movies.
I'm done.
I know what it is from. It's from Monty Python and the Holy fucking Grail. 'Tis nothing but a flesh wound where you don't have your arms or legs. I actually know it because my coworker had me watch that movie.
I'm done with you.
He coughs. He and I are similarly difficult to kill completely. He grins. You think it's a coincidence that I'm always there exactly at the right time to save you? At night when I'm asleep, he corrects, I sometimes see visions of things that are going to happen. Or at least that could happen. He has the same thing that we have.
Interesting. Does that mean there are other gardeners, people,
My dreams aren't always true, Sim says, wincing as he applies pressure to the wound. The paths branch and converge. Time is more like a web than a line, I think. He smiles weakly. But always in the center, there's you.
I can see the future, too. We cannot betray that! Maybe in a different place when we go after Sim.
Okay, I can see the future, too. You can? Sim laughs. Well, you must not be very good at it either. You try to explain. You tell him it's kind of like remembering, but in your dreams. It happened ever since you were a little kid. It's like you're remembering things that haven't happened yet. You admit that some of them are pretty rough, like visions of people dying. Sim nods in agreement as you explain. Some gardeners have this ability, he says, but it takes hundreds, even thousands of years to develop. It seems you were born with it. I can't tell you how this...
Doesn't that mean our poor child is trapped in the endless time loop?
And then that would make sense of why you can replay the video game over and over again because you're stuck in an infinite loop.
Isn't that real sad?
It's sad. Very sad. It's
she
like
has future sight, but
it's like Groundhog Day, basically.
She's freaking stuck in an endless time loop. What the hell?
Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how this future sight...
Wait. Doesn't that mean, like, you know how those scenes that when we replayed back and we get... Doesn't that mean there could be more scenes?
Yeah,
there could be more scenes that we could have just automatically replayed back to see if we can interact with that remembering stuff.
Yeah,
man.
Every time we see the little vortex, that's a time loop thing that we can alter the branch.
So we are supposed to restart all the time. I mean, well, not restart,
but play through it at multiple times to find different things.
Pathways?
Yeah. You want me to wait on you?
Yeah.
You need to go to the bathroom?
No, food.
Food?
Food.
Okay.
Food.
All right. I can't tell you how this future sight works, Sim continues. To be honest, I don't even know. But if you're curious, He's clearly grappling with something, and it's not just a sluggishly bleeding wound in his chest. His voice drops. You might want to look for answers under the light of the wormhole and glow. I'll wait for you to open that up. If not, the tiny scissors are right here.
Light and glow. Wait, doesn't that mean we can escape out and glow then?
Not escape out of glow, but we might find an answer to what's going on with us.
Actually, can you even get out and glow?
No, he's saying like we might under the light of the wormhole and glow. I'm guessing so. Like we at least have to sit outside, not outside of the walls, mind you. But probably,
okay. I thought he literally meant that we can get out of glow now or something.
No, but he's saying that there's something with our wormhole in glow season that causes this.
Interesting.
You press him for more, but he begs you simply leave him to handle his injury in peace. Poor man. Okay, you caused me a lot of stress. Calm me down, please. And you get to have cake. The howl of a unisaur rattles the trees, and you tense as your gut recognizes the supremacy of an apex predator. You're about to turn and run away when you hear something different, Sim's weird chuckle. Oh, delightful, he says, clearing his throat. I haven't lost my touch. You notice the puncture wound in his chest from the other day is gone. Wow, fast healer. Alright, have your cake.
Does this look weird to you?
What is that?
It's supposed to be a steak, but why?
They gave you ham.
Oh, that does not look like a fucking steak. Why does it look like
Okay, I gotta check it. Okay, we're at 60 with Sim.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So that's all we're gonna be able... What is that? Hold on. Yeah, we haven't been over here yet. First, get flowers, because now we know.
That means two people want flowers.
Utopia has sent you and Dice to study one of the large crystal outcroppings. Up close, you can't help but get the sense that they're alive somehow. They're angular and hard to the touch, but they have some sort of sponginess and warmth to them that's a little disconcerting. They emit a huge humming noise. Dice pokes one with his finger, just like you. Weird, it's almost like they're breathing. Study them. Another perception challenge. Oh. You know what? This, and this, and this, to give us 21. 8. No, I do need it this way. 8, 3, 3. And then that gives a plus 3.
This looks terrifying.
Makes that 25. Gives us 23 left to go. Okay. Plus 2 to cards with gems. So I'll put you here. Put the bush bulb and putting a scary face because why not? So I'm victorious with that. No skill changes. You notice that they hum the loudest at midday under full sun. A few crystals that have grown under shaded outcroppings are less vibrant than the others. They kind of look like convergent domain tech, don't they? Dice says. Like the organic obsidian or the crystals embedded in the ruins. Try blocking the crystal sun. Try uprooting one or try breaking one. No,
Blocking
because we'll get in trouble with him for those.
Blocking the sun.
Yeah. On a hunch, you cover one up with some ferns. After an hour, it stops vibrating. Something deep inside it has gone dormant. The crystal turns clear, like the ones that were shadowed naturally. When you remove the fronds, the color returns. Oh, so it's like photosynthesis, he exclaims. But it's not a plant, right? I am not doing any more. You take some readings and measure the distance between crystal clusters and the number of each cluster. Hopefully all these numbers will be useful to Utopia. I am not going to be an ass about that. Okay, there's nothing more here, but I see a lot of broken ones too. But okay, that was kind of cool to find out. Alright. Feats. Give me a squeak. Okay, we already did that. And that. We still got... We're only at 52 stress, so we can still go for a little bit.
Okay.
Wait, what the heck is that? Oh no, that's where we came from. It was just because it's a sepia color that I couldn't tell. Okay, these are some interesting looking ferns. Cool, 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 cool. We are deep in this Westing Ridges.
I told you we haven't gone through the whole thing. I don't remember us going through all of it.
Yeah, this is a whole different spot. And here's Utopia. Utopia has sent a team of geologists to get a closer look at the region's weird terrain. You come across them working, and Utopia beckons you over. Solana, she says, drawing everyone's attention to you. Solana, come here. Everyone, Solana's been working in this area a while, and I'm sure they've got plenty of information on what's out there. The geologists politely turn towards you and listen. Here's what we got so far, Utopia says, speaking directly to you. Judging from how the layers of sedimentation are broken up, this place used to be pretty flat. For there had been a ton of earthquake activity ripping up the land and bringing up these huge ridges. We can date the quakes around the time a lot of these roads were created, she adds. And we're looking, but we haven't seen anything built after them. Like, what was it for the old convergent domain? Some broken up things are the same across the planet. Something sure happened about 20,000 years ago. Share your findings on the obsidian layer? Because there is, like, spots of obsidian. You explain that...
It was kudos.
That below the sands is a thick layer of dark silica crystal obsidian stuff the convergent domain used. Utopia nods. Right. You can see it in the striations, right? It's one of the major landmarks of the geological timeline. Obsidian and earthquakes are both associated with volcanoes, but there are no volcanoes here, not even a fault line, Utopia says, wiping her forehead. It's just not natural. Help them work. You set up a drone hive to measure the sediment layers along the cliffside and learn a few things about rocks. Okay, what's this? A beautiful little locust lands on your arm. It calmly washes its face with its forearms and vibrates its wings like it's cooling off. Aw, the poor little guy is all alone. Let's befriend it, but if this is what I think it is, we may have the sticker of this.
Okay.
Alright. It's still a 69. That's not bad. Stand up for something. That and a shimmer landscape, which is not that good. But let's see. 3, 2. Oof. Okay. 7, 5, 4, 3. Okay, now I'm curious what will happen. Okay. The Bounce Weasel set sports ball to 3.
I mean, that's not a guaranteed thing for every little item.
True. Though. We get 30 stress, which brings us up to 95. +1 and another +1. But we're going to save the barber fruit and the thing. So I'm fine with pushing through. We'll just go further in next time. You look it up on your holopalm. It's a mask wing, named because when it's frightened, it opens its wings all the way and flips them forward, making it look like a grimacing manticore. Scary. But even scarier is how much they can eat. They usually eat leafy plant matter, but they're not above eating fabric, wood, hair, or even skin. They swarm in dust and in hot places like the ridges. You see something out of the corner of your eye and look up from your new friend. Oh. In the distance, you see a haze above the ground. It's the locusts, each one bigger than your fist. These insectoids can eat their weight in under an hour. There are millions of them out there. And they'll be here soon. Your buddy takes off to join his friends, and you gotta go. Make it to your glider in time, thankfully. You come back to this place later in the week. What foliage was there is stripped bare. The only thing still standing are the crystals glinting in the sunlight. And now I'm too worn to do anything else, but we actually got a lot farther.
Yeah. My food is ruined. I don't trust this food to eat.
Okay, so let's see how far we are with dice. At 97. And it's Virtue Malia once again. This year, Virtue Malia is ushered with a big military band, horns and drums, supplemented by recordings of parade music from Earth. Alright, you have to cover your ears now. Governor Lum strides out of command on a grand red carpet and ascends to the stage to... Okay. Thank you, everyone, he calls out over the din. Look at you. Look at this colony. Finally, truly united. All it took was a common enemy, he declares. I look at you beautiful people, you strong people, you good human people, and I see a fire in your eyes. I see courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to stay. For Truma, do you hear me? He raises his arms and roars.
I would run away.
Do you hear me, for Truma? We humans aren't going to hide anymore. But you used up all of our explosives. We're not going to be that lucky. Lum gestures to Security Chief Red to join him on the stage, then continues. The original fugitive colonists got it wrong. Bitch. In Roman mythology, Vertrumas was the god of cultivation, not of rampant chaotic growth. He clenches his hand to his fist. We need to clear the field before we can plow it. Vertruma won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated. Red crosses his arms and nods in agreement. Maybe there's more to this plan than Lum is letting on. Lum descends from the stage and does receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. In the vacuum left by his presence, Chief Administrator Seek takes podium and clears their throat. Ahem, I want to announce this will be the last year that festival contest will be held.
Excuse me?
Yeah. A sound of protest rises from the crowd, and near the front, Lum just shrugs theatrically and mouths, "Not my fault." Seek looks down at him pointedly, then continues. This war will use our colony resources at a tremendous rate, including the most valuable, time. Hey, I've got some news, Lum adds, jumping back on stage. This one's really going to knock your socks off. The colony has its first pregnancy!
Oh my god.
Tammy's pregnant!
Oh my god.
The clown murmurs in excitement and Lum beckons Tammy to join. Everyone give a round of applause for Aspartamine here, for Truma's first mother. I mean, she's technically 18, so she's legal, but...
I mean, then again, you forget, this is the colony where age is not going to be regarded in that matter.
Tammy is beet red all the way to the tips of her ears, but she dutifully does a little twirl so Lum can show her off. Look at her, she exclaims. So vibrant, so healthy, just like our young colony.
So sus.
We're so proud of you, Tammy. Your child is going to join the ranks of the greatest species in the universe.
We are not the greatest species.
And then he pumps his fist in the air. Humans! Humans! Humans!
Hell no.
Tammy's pregnant? Tammy descends from the stage to a gaggle of surprised and excited friends. OMG. Is it really true? Mars asks immediately, taking Tammy by the hands. Yes, Tammy explains, like the secret is bursting out of her. I'm finally going to be a mommy, just like Aunt Anne. You take a good look at Tammy. You haven't seen a pregnant person in years. Not since you landed, at least. Aren't they supposed to glow? Tammy looks radiant with pride and excitement. Looking more closely, you realize that her dress is starting to curve around her belly. Every baby born to the colony, even you and your friends...
This is Cal's child.
Are arrangement of inherited, donated, and altered genes, and sometimes not even related to their parents. If the council let Tammy have a baby, does that mean there will be more soon? Will they expect you to have a baby? Cal runs over from where he is standing with his family and sweeps Tammy in a big hug, twirling her around. I'm so proud of you, he exclaims, and rests his hand gently on her belly. Sorry, too much spin? You okay, little Popeye? They look at each other adoringly. So it is Cal's.
No, I understand, but like I'm saying, is it Cal's as in, because they're able to make test tube children. So I'm like, yeah. Is it that she,
I mean, he literally just came over there, gave her a big hug, spun her around, and then asked, "Oh, was I being too rough with you?"
No, but you freaking.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm pretty sure it's his.
I mean, even if he was not his child, I'm pretty sure he would still be.
I'm pretty sure they would do it the old-fashioned way. Tammy is willing. As you stand around and marvel at Tammy's news, the adults all start putting away the chairs and setting up for games and contests. Mars puts her hands on her hips. So, she starts, what does everyone think about this war on nature? I think it's stupid, Cal says immediately. I know survival is important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here.
Thank you.
Mars rolls her eyes. Duh, of course you think that, she mutters. Personally, I think Lum is a total nullhead. He's not much older than me. What is he, like, 24? And everyone listens to him? Wait, he's only 20. This is an idiot for sure. She flips her hair over her shoulders. They should listen to me instead. Finally, you're called to participate in the games. The last ones. Maybe forever. If this war on nature ends, you'll probably be an adult. As your friends separate into the usual games, you realize this may be the last time that you just get to be kids. What shall we do? We can either do the talent show or the bake-off. That's all we can do. Of course, we're going to just do the talent show.
Bake-off is we almost died from Tammy.
Okay, we got 5 loyalties, so we got our rebellion down a little bit. You report the stage where Mars and Rex are prepping their acts. Rex is saddled up to Mars, complimenting her in her outfit, a spangly, sparkly thing that clings to her figure. Of course you do. You see the reason for the outfit when Mars takes the stage and launches into a total showstopper, using holograms to digitally change her clothes as she belts out an incredible aria. When the song is over, honest to goodness pyrotechnics blast off all around her. The colony goes wild for that. How do you follow that? Rex gives it his best try, performing something between gymnastics and martial arts, throwing himself in impressive rolls and flips set to music. Mars gives you a wink as you prepare to head the stage.
Dance your heart out. This is the last time. We go out with a bang.
Either way, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how. Okay, we're going to need. Okay. 6, 5, 4. Because this is going to be rough. So then you, and then you. Yeah, we're going to lose this. Because we can't press on through. 4, 3, 1. Yeah. We can't even afford the 15 stress. Yeah, we fail.
Give up now.
Defeated, but we still got 3 stars. Mars takes the stage to receive her adoration for winning, Rex hangs back with you in the wings and slaps you on the back. Better luck next time, he begins to say, then stops himself. Well, guess not. After festivities, everyone is supposed to take a few days vacation. You and your friends relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the human offensive against the planet. Mid-dust, can we give a barber fruit to you? Yeah, it's too early. But yep, Tammy wanted to talk, of course. Tammy is sweeping the front stoop of the lounge, humming a little song to herself as you approach. You see her stand up straighter and rub her back. Now that you know, it's clear she's pregnant. No wonder you didn't catch on for... You wonder how you didn't catch on before for true malady. It's still mind-blowing that she's going to be having a baby, the firstborn from someone who was themselves born in space. It's hard to believe she's only 1 year older than you. Little Tammy who cries when toys break and is scared to leave the walls. She's going to be a mom. Tammy looks up as you approach. Hello, Solana. It's so nice out. What do you think? She always thinks it's a nice day, even when it's pouring rain. It must be nice to be so cheerful all the time. Should we say that she looks beautiful or can't believe that you're pregnant?
You look beautiful. The happy-going mother.
She smiles and goes a pretty shade of pink. Thank you, Solana. That's so sweet. She seems even more centered and confident than you've ever known her to be. It radiates off her like a warm, glowing sun. When Lum had her on stage, embarrassed in front of the whole colony, he kept thinking, wow, Tammy's really a grown-up now. Tammy leans on her broom with a dreamy smile. I thought about it for a long time and talked to Aunt Anne and Dr. Instance and my dad, she says. I always known I wanted children. She giggles in thought. Lots of them, so why not get started now? Aunt Anne and I are going to run the new creche, so I'll have plenty of help raising them, the same way I was raised. I might not be the strongest or the smartest person in the colony, but I'm going to be the best mom. I know I can do this. Do you ever want kids, Solana?
Yeah, I guess 1 or 2.
Okay. Tammy smiles indulgently. That's nice, Solana. I can't wait to see them in the creche. Tammy goes back to sweeping the stoop, adding little snippets of lyrics to her made-up song. I'm wondering, when are we going to see the kid? Okay, since we're at 50 stress, we can still technically go back outside. Should we go back outside?
Actually, talk to Mars.
Would Mars want to talk to us? Because we already gave her a present.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing to talk.
We gave just about everybody a present, so.
I guess we can. Let's continue with. Well, talk to Dice, I guess. Let's see if he says anything.
Dice doesn't have anything to say.
Well, let's see if his prompt changed or anything. Because usually, sometimes they don't say anything.
Nope. The soldiers are assholes.
Yeah. So, I guess let's get collectibles then, because we ran out of stuff.
Should we?
Has the ridge reset yet, or?
Nope, we got 1 event remaining, 3 collectibles remaining, and a boss.
We still haven't completed the boss. You still
no.
want the boss, right?
Yeah, we haven't done that yet, and we are at 97 friendship. So
okay, let's go back to trying to get that boss.
Alrighty, back to the ridges we go. And the whole long-ass ride. So this is going to take me forever, and I have to sit here and keep talking and talking for the next 4 minutes so we don't get the copyright again. So, is there anything that you're hoping to see from the Westing Ridges? Or are you going to just sit there and be on your phone? So that's just going to be you being on your phone. So I'm going to have to somehow keep talking to myself and try.
Okay.
Also, we'll get a calm down session from you. Every little bit counts.
Yeah, that's true.
And we have a long trek to go because we went a very long way in the westing ridges. Okay, so, well, we're almost there. We're almost to where we last were.
Well, yeah, because we have nothing to block our way.
Yeah, we have a long ways to go just because this place is so weird.
Oh, shit, wait, it's crystals.
Okay,
there's more on the bottom. I just saw another one.
Okay. That's just more crystals for Marzipu. So this might be the boss event. Expeditions have been collecting energy readings from the area, tracing the invisible ley lines of power like the ones from the thumper that brought you here in the first place. They pointed to this cave, a nexus of power and the convergence of many lines. You can feel the energy is different there, like a barely perceivable hum that prickles up the back of your neck, like something is watching you. It's likely this was some sort of important place for the convergent domain, Utopia says, leaning on her glider. I have sent teams through, but it gets mighty tight in there. I'm hoping you and Dice might have better luck wiggling in there, she continues. Might be the caves inside open up again. If they do, take plenty of readings to report back to me. Dice is vibrating beside you nearly at the same frequency as the weird power fluctuations. This is the real deal, he whispers, mostly to himself. It's hard to shake the feeling of being watched. In fact, you're sure. Oh yes, of course, there he is. You can see Sim's mysterious form up there, watching you from a nearby ridge. He holds up his hand in greeting when he looks to you. Utopia nods and leaves. What's the plan? Should we talk to Sim first, since we noticed him and she's gone now?
Are you sure she's gone?
He's watching us. Sim is watching us.
I guess talk to him first.
Should we go ahead and talk to him first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ensure that Topia's good and gone before you and Dice kick up your gliders and talk to Sim. He looks delighted when you land beside him. You're getting warmer.
Look at his stupid face!
He sings songs. Hot. Very hot. He rests the weight of his hands and kicks his feet over the ledge. I'm not supposed to tell you anything, he confides, but it's just so interesting to watch you figure things out. Humans, so curious and so smart. Dice stammers and turns red. Looks like you're not getting anything out of Sim, though. You grumble and glide back to the cave entrance. Prep your caving equipment, of course. This time you get headlamps and little recording drone with a floodlight attachment, a tiny buzzing flying thing that circles your heads and sometimes illuminates what you want to look at. It's intelligent, which just means it won't just do what you want. Dice bats at it in annoyance. Utopia also left you an anti-grav belt with a warning to practice with extreme caution while spelunking down there. They make you lighter so you can climb more easily and won't hurt yourself as much if you fall.
Enter the cave.
Let's go in. A narrow entrance leads to a bigger room that animals have clearly used as a den. It's enormous, with glowing mushrooms up the walls and piles of bones in some crevices. In some places, the walls are made of iridescent convergent domain obsidian. It looks like it was once a great hall millennia ago. You can feel a cool breeze coming from somewhere, but it'll be tricky to find in the dark. It's going to be a hard one. So this will be probably another, a 90. Okay, so we're going to lose 3 kudos. We're going to get some cow strength, and we're going to have that thumper, which almost gave us 30, which is good. And let's see. We'll need the governor. We will need this +2. As well as this -1 and camping outside, which will only give us 20. Let's see, this 8, this 4, this 4, this 4, this 3, which gives us 37. We're not redrawing this hand because this is a good hand. We'll just use the barber fruit to try to jump up a little bit more. We'll get 45 stress, which will bring us up to 90. Which sucks, but I want to see what's in here. We lose 3 kudos. That's fine. You find the source of the breeze by tossing in some fine sand into the air and watching which way the dust blows. It's a very tight crack. Good thing you and Dice are so small. You squeeze through and have to shimmy along on your bellies for about 10 meters, pushing your gear ahead of you. It's uncomfortable, but Dice's excitement draws you on. Past the crack, there are fewer signs of animals. Let's see. Oh, we've been enlightened by mastering a skill. The walls are smooth, grown obsidian, which is kind of melted rainbow oil slick look. There are deeply carved glyphs in the walls and various intersections, like room designs or street names, you wonder, and other kinds of basins, alcoves, grown into the rock, full of odd protrusions, all ancient and worn and inexplicable now. It feels homey. You've come to realize the Convergent Domain must have lived underground. That's why there are so few ruins on the surface. As you follow the cave complex down, it's clear this used to be a well-traveled path. The corridors branching off into other places are now blocked off, as if a big earthquake has routed the whole area. Only this one main path is still clear. It's too convenient to be a coincidence. The floor of the cave slopes downward like a slide, and it's quite...
Your foot.
I mean, yeah. +8. We're at 96. You follow the cave system down, 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 all the way to what must be the bottom of a cliff. You have to climb down a 3-story wall in the last section and are grateful to your anti-grav belt for making it easier. You're still tired, though. You see a dim light below. Daylight? Holy crap. You emerge into a hidden valley, totally surrounded by tall cliffs. Did you just come down all that way? You're surrounded by the ruins of the Convergent Domain. Buildings are in much better condition than the windswept ones on the surface. It's perfectly still here and as quiet as space itself. What was this? Dice whispers reverently. Some sort of Converger facility? And it feels so familiar. You remember this place from your dreams and feel a throbbing sense of importance that's a bit unnerving. Something momentous happened to you here, or will happen to you someday. You poke around a little, then call Utopia and give her your coordinates. She swings down on a glider with extra ones for you and Dice tethered behind it. You're happy you won't have to climb all the way back up. She whistles. Great find, kids. This place didn't show up on any of our aerial scans. Took me a while to find a route in. You look bushed, she says. I'll stick around to get some readings, but you head on back to the depot and get some rest. Don't worry, we aren't going to push on without you. Because we have less than 100 stress, we can technically keep exploring. And now we're still too worn and go home. Okay, we're back and got a +1 with Dice. Stress is at 100. We're at 98 friendship with Dice. Should we continue on till we get that 100 or
no,
what?
I mean, we don't have no more thing. Remember? Our thing is tired.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted to see like what Dice was doing first. But I'm talking about like we're going to go onto the garrison and we're going to have it at 99.
Sure.
But we're already over an hour with this recording. We can continue on and finish up the year, or we could stop here.
Finish up the garrison, then just stop from there.
Okay. Relax on the walls. Dice is also relaxing on the walls, and he greets you with, oh, it's that question again. And it plagues us for a whole month. I'm not taking off any of those. And we are now at 99. I'm not even gonna ask with you two.
Okay,
Go check with dice.
Yeah, see if maybe
if there's anything different. Also, I should look around because for all we know, there might be like a medicinal root that popped up somewhere. Oh no, it's a mushwood log. Alright. And a bobber fruit. But nope, there's nothing with dice. We could do a does this interest you, but...
No, we don't got no thing.
Like, technically, if we give him any of these, like...
No, he doesn't like any of those things.
I know, like, he doesn't like cakes, but if we give him something, we still get a plus.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, after talking to everybody, we are going to go out again, so we can just go to another location and try to pick up maybe these medicinal roots on the floor.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, should I stop this one and just start a new one? And we just continue on until we can get that 100% on him? Because we're literally one off. Because all I'm going to do is just stop this recording and then start a new one. If you want to continue on. You're still going to be on your phone looking at it.
Yeah.
And that means I don't bother you for like 2 weeks.
Fine.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop this one now.